In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible team for 100,000 MT in NBA 2K23. My team, this is going to be a really good starter team or a budget team. If you guys are kind of working on a budget and you just want to build a team for unlimited or even like a starting lineup for clutch time and you want to go and have a lot of success with, I do believe this is going to be one of the best possible budget teams you guys can build for 100,000 MT. Now, I do want to say right off the bat, I'll start with our starting point guard is going to be Diamond Shea, but you guys want to be using a lot of the good free cards in my team that I'll just name a couple if you guys have in the past, or if you've been grinding, season 4. I will say, like, guys like Wang ZZ, like, if you have this card, if you're grinding for the Yi, you guys want to be using as many free cards in this type of team as possible, because obviously, this team, you can't really afford that many great players, so a guy like Wang ZZ makes a ton of a difference. If you guys are grinding season 4 and you can get yourself a pink diamond Paul Pierce, you obviously want to go for him. If you can get yourself a Baron Davis, and these are really easy to get, like Paul Pierce has 15 clutch time online wins, Baron Davis is 15 triple threat online wins, so make sure you guys are grinding for these cards because they can definitely play in this lineup, right? Tony Kukoc, he can play as well. There's some other great budget cards, or other great free cards, I should say, like JaVale McGee. He can play the center position if you got Yi. He's obviously really good. Larry Nance is super solid, so make sure you guys are grinding. And Willis Reed, he can play power forward, so make sure you guys are grinding for all those free cards. Obviously, in this type of team, I can't exactly put any free cards. I just got to build the best possible team with 100,000 MT, but I just want to say that right off the bat so people don't get confused, because that's the best thing to do. Don't just try to build a team, fully of cards on the auction house. Make sure you're using those good free cards and adding them into your lineup. If you have moments cards like D Mitch, right, Drew Holiday, they can play as well. But looking at Shea here, he's going to be a point guard, shooting guard, 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. I mean, Shea's going to be a really good point guard. He's obviously got an 85 3 ball, 90 mid range, and he's still probably like debatably a top 5 point guard. He's also got 92 speed, 92 acceleration. For me, I haven't liked using Shea as much recently. I still think he's obviously a really good point guard, having Hall of Fame claim breaker, quick first step. He's got a great jump shot on quick timing and the MJ dribble style as well. So for me, he's obviously going to be super elite at the point guard position for only about 20,000 MT and going to be one of the better budget point guards in the game. So he, of course, is going to be our starting lineup. Like, what you guys can do with free cards is kind of build around the team that I'm building and then just add in free cards, whatever cards you guys have. So for me at the starting shooting guard position, we're gonna have to go for a super budget card here, and that is gonna be a really good budget card, Amethyst Wesley Person. Honestly, he is better than a lot of diamonds and even some pink diamonds in my team this year. Like, he is an absolute beast at the shooting guard spot. He's 6'6" with a 6'9" wingspan. I mean, this card's gonna provide some great offense next to a guy like Shea with a 96 3 ball, 94 mid range. He's not a bad defender. I mean, for an Amethyst, he can definitely hold his own, but he's got he's got pretty much actually every gold shooting badge in the game, and then he's also got Hall of Fame Limitless range and Hall of Fame Agent 3 as well. So I mean, the card's going to be an absolute sniper. He's got a great jump shot. He's got the Oscar Robinson upper, which is a great upper, one of the best uppers in my team right now, and he's got that on quick timing as well, so a great jump shot on this card. And he's like under 5,000 MT, probably like 2,000 to 3,000, and then he's also got the MJ dribble style and the normal leaner as well. So for me, I do think Wesley Person is going to be the starting shooting guard, and overall is a great budget shooting guard. Now for the small forward position, there is going to be a couple different options you guys can go with. For me, I would say Lamar Odom is probably going to be our most expensive player on the squad, but I do think he's worth it because he's really versatile in the sense that he's going to give you good offense and great defense, being 6'10" at the small forward spot, and he also does have a 6'11" wingspan. So for me, I think he's probably going to be our most expensive player. Now, if you wanted to go with a guy like, I'm trying to think of some of the pink diamonds. I mean, Cincinnati's Powell is really good for the small forward position as well, and he might be a little bit cheaper than Lamar Odom. For me, I'm going to go with Lamar Odom, though. He's basically just another Tony Kukoc. He's got a great jump shot, super easy to green. He's got the MJ dribble style. He can actually move a little bit. He's got the Kyrie Irving size up, so his card's got some pretty good dribble sigs. He's got a great jump shot. He's a very good defender and has some really good Hall of Fame playmaking badges. So for about, I think he's around 25 to 30,000 MT last time I checked. He is going to be our starting small forward and definitely our most expensive player on the team and probably our best player as well. Now for the starting power forward position, this is where things do get a little bit interesting, because if you want to use those free centers, then I would definitely go Ibaka at the power forward position, and then you could obviously go with a guy like Wang, right? Wang ZZ could definitely play in the lineup, right? He's a great starting center. But if you don't have a Wang ZZ card, or you don't have a JaVale McGee, and you have to use an auctionable center, I would probably go Serge at the 5 and then go Diamond Giannis at the 4. I think this still might be a little bit undersized, but at least you do have a 6'10" small forward, a 6'11" power forward, and a 6'10" small forward who's actually a really good defender. Like I will say about Serge Ibaka is, yes, he's only 6'10" at the center spot. I would much rather him at power forward, but if he has to play the center position, he's got a great player model. He's 6'10" with a 7'4" wingspan and has some amazing defensive stats and badges, having a 95 block, 95 interior defense with an 88 steal and an 84 perimeter. So many good badges on gold, you know, clams, interceptor, rebound chaser, brick wall, box up beast, and then of course he's got Hall of Fame anchor, pogo stick, and post lockdown as well. So for me, guys, this is going to be the starting lineup. Serge Ibaka and Giannis are both around 10,000 MT. I would say starting lineup is definitely going to be really expensive, probably about like 70,000 to 80,000 MT for the starting lineup. And then guys, off the bench, we're going to go for some really good budget cards. Backup point guard is going to be Amethyst KPJ. He's still a really good budget point guard. If you wanted to go with Gary Payton, he's another very solid option as well, because GP is more of a defender, but KPJ is going to be way better on the offensive end. So it really depends, you know, what you need at the backup point guard spot. For this lineup, I want to go with the Amethyst KPJ. He's a shooting guard point guard, 6'6" with a 6'9" wingspan. He's just going to be a great offensive card. He's got a 93 ball, 87 mid range, 92 speed, 92 acceleration. He's good at getting to the rim with a 90 driving dunk, 96 vertical, and does have one of the best point guard jump shots in the game. Not even just for an Amethyst or for a budget point guard, like just in general, he's got one of the better point guard jump shots. So super nice to have on an Amethyst card. Obviously, you're going to be one of the best Amethyst cards in my team for about 5,000 MT or less, and he's going to be a great backup point guard. Now for the backup shooting guard spot, I haven't exactly used this card too much, but I have heard he's a really good budget card in game, and we're gonna go with the Amethyst Austin Reeves. Like I said, haven't actually used this card too much. I know he's 6'5" though at the shooting guard spot with a 6'6" wingspan, and he's gonna be a very solid all-around card. At least that's what it looks like, stats and badges wise. Like he doesn't really look to excel at anything necessarily. Like he's a good defender. He's got a 93 3 ball, 89 mid range. His jump shot is actually pretty good as well on quick timing, and then he's got the MJ dribble style Kobe Bryant escape, which is going to be really nice movement wise for a shooting guard, and obviously Austin Reeves. So for me, I think Austin Reeves is going to be the backup point guard for a backup shooting guard, I should say, for under 2,000 or for under 3,000 MT. And then for the backup small forward position, we do need some height and we do need some defense. So we're going to be going for the Diamond Luol Deng, who is still pretty expensive. He's about 20,000 MT in game right now. And yes, I like running him at shooting guard a lot more than small forward, but for a team like this, and we do need size off the bench. I mean, he's 6'9", so he can obviously play small forward as well, super effectively, because he's not undersized and he's a great defender as well. Like if you take a look at the defensive stats, he's got a 96 steal, 96 lateral quickness, 95 perimeter, also having an 88 block and an 88 interior defense. So for like kind of a budget defender, he's going to be one of the best in the game. Obviously, if we could afford an AK-47, he'd probably be the best choice for defense for kind of somewhat of a budget. AK is around like, I think 30 to 40,000 MT though. Donovan Mitchell, jump shot as well on what's his name, on Luol Deng. So a great release, and he does have some pretty good dribble sigs as well. So for me, Luol Deng is going to be the backup small forward. Now for the backup power forward and the backup center, this is where things do get a little bit interesting, because like I said, I don't really know who to go with for this backup center position. For the power forward, we are definitely going with Thurl Bailey. Still not a bad budget card, a bad power forward, I should say. He's 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan, and very comparable to a guy like Diamond Giannis. They're both going to be being really good on the defensive side of things, having really good defensive animations. They got great player models, but Thurl Bailey does actually have a good jump shot. He's got the Romeo Langford base, which I do believe is still a very good base in my team and very easy to green for most people in the game. So for me, Thurl Bailey for about under 10,000 MT is going to be our backup power forward. Now for the backup center, like I said, I don't really know who to go with here. If you're not using free cards like JaVale McGee, right? So if you have McGee, this is where you 100% want to use him, and you could obviously start him over Serge Ibaka. Like just make sure you guys are grinding for these free cards. They do matter a lot if you're trying to build a budget team. If you guys are just rocking with a team and you have no free cards and you just got 100,000 MT, for this backup center position, I would consider Taco Fall, because I've played this man so many times in game, and even though his stats might not look that great, or he might not look that good in game sometimes, but this man just absolutely kills me every single time I play him. Like he will be dunking the ball every single time. He'll be blocking my Yao Ming. He'll be like not shooting threes, but some people shoot mid ranges sometimes. Like honestly, I think this Taco Fall card can definitely be a usable backup center on this team. If you wanted to go for more of a traditional center, a guy that can actually shoot and is a little bit faster, then I'd probably consider going Jared Allen. I think he you. I think he's pretty solid as well, even though he's only 6'10", so you're definitely going to be undersized at the center position. But yeah, guys, this is probably the best team I can build for about 100,000 MT. Like I said earlier, though, make sure you guys are adding in those free cards, the Paul Pierces, the Tony Koo coaches, the Baron Davis, the Willis Reed, the JaVale McGee. If you guys grinded for Wang or Larry Nance, like those cards can definitely play on this lineup. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about the team? And hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.